Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video we're sort of doing a recap of the year 2019. Of course, you guys have been with me every step of the way, or perhaps some of you haven't, perhaps some of you have only just subscribed to the channel. If you have, welcome to the channel, and if you stuck with me throughout 2019, it's really great to have you supporting me and watching the stuff that I put out there, guys, because of course, you're the reason I make the videos. If there was no one watching, I probably wouldn't be making YouTube videos. So 2019 has been a strange year. It's been a year of sort of ups and downs in my personal life. Things are all right now. I have had some kind of, I don't know, some things have been kind of a bit weird for me outside of YouTube this year, but everything's sorted now and it's all good, so like that's awesome. But as far as YouTube goes, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty sort of on an upward tick, let's say. We began the year, we had around 270,000 subscribers, and we're ending the year on around 470, just below that, I think, something like 466,000 or something. Almost 200,000 subscribers in a year. I count that as pretty good going. That's good growth as far as I'm concerned, right? Obviously, next year we want to do even better if we can. So my goal is to keep making videos that you guys are interested in. But as well as that, I do also want to try making videos for games that I haven't covered up to this point on YouTube. So this year I tried out covering a new game, which was Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, I know that's a popular game, but it's a game that I'd never really covered on this channel before, and it's a game that I'd never really fully explored as a gamer. You know, I'd played them casually, I played all of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but I never really got invested in the story. And this year I was like, right, I'm going to learn the story, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to get invested in this, I'm going to look into some theories, I'm going to look into some, you know, into the characters, into the settings, into the events of these games, read the books and get up to date with everything. And I did that, and it was a big time investment, but it paid off because it meant I could actually be part of the community, I could be actively talking in discussions about it, and I could also make my own theories and my own videos on the newer games as they came out, which of course this year was Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. So throughout June when that game came out, I was actually in America at the time, so I couldn't play it straight away, but as soon as I got back I played it, and the channel sort of blew up from that game. It kind of just showed me that, like, because I've made quite a few Five Nights at Freddy's videos throughout this year, and most of them have been really successful, and it showed me that, like, you guys were there for that game on my channel, I just hadn't covered it yet. And so I'm thinking of doing some other games like that, where there's probably an audience on the channel already for those games, but I just haven't ever covered them myself. So games like Fallout, BioShock, We Happy Few, those are a few of the games this year, or in 2020 I should say, but I'm going to be replaying through them, getting better acquainted with them, and making a series of videos on each of those games throughout the year. So in times when we haven't got a new Bendy and the Ink Machine, a new Five Nights at Freddy's, or a new Dark Deception, we'll have those other titles to sort of fill in the blanks and make up for content otherwise that wouldn't be coming out. So I think, you know, this is a good idea, guys. It allows for more sort of variation on the channel, it allows for more different types of games, you know, to be played on the channel, and also different types of videos to come out in drier spells throughout the year. I would also like to cover more on Resident Evil. Resident Evil is a game series that I personally really love. I'm going to ask you guys if you have any interest in Resident Evil from the new videos that I'm putting out to do with that game. If you could give them a watch and tell me what you think, that would really be helpful, because I do want to get some more Resident Evil stuff on the channel. Now, of course, we will be doing the new Bendy and the Dark Revival game. That is coming. It's been delayed a little bit. I will be putting up a new video all to do with that game very soon, so don't worry, that will be covered. Dark Deception will be covered, and the Dark Deception crossover game with Yandere Simulator will be covered on the channel as well. While we're on the topic of talking about Dark Deception and Bendy for that matter, I actually wanted to talk about something awesome that happened in 2019. So if you guys didn't know, in 2019 I became the editor for Glowstick Entertainment, but that was an awesome opportunity, and I want to say a big thank you to especially Vince Livings, the game director of Dark Deception and the sort of owner of Glowstick Entertainment, for hiring me to work on the trailers for Dark Deception. It's sort of been a little bit of a dream of mine to get work in the games industry, and obviously my skills kind of lie in the whole editing domain, I guess, and it's been a real honour, as I say, just working with Glowstick on these trailers for each of the chapters from about June 2019 onwards. I think that's when I started cutting the first trailers for them. So I don't know how long I'll be working for them, but in the near future I know they've got a few projects they've been speaking with me about, a few more trailers that we'll be bringing to you guys sometime in the new year, so look forward to that. So that was one awesome thing that happened in 2019, and then of course over at Kindly Beast, or Joey Drew Studios, however you want to categorize them, I worked with Showdown Bandit. Of course I did a voice role in that game, that was really cool. Before the game came out I was approached and asked if I wanted to play a small role in the game. I said of course, you know, that'd be awesome. I did an audition and those lines appeared in the game, so that was a real honour as well. You know, my first sort of time appearing in a mainstream sort of video game, one that's available to buy on Steam, and you know, I don't know if I did a good job, but I'll play a little clip here now and you can tell me what you think.
Bring me my head. You may pass.
So that was of course my character in Showdown Bandit. It was called Mr. Boddy. I want to say a big thank you to the Meat Lee, Mike Mood and Bookpast, who of course are the three main creative leads at Joey Drew Studios and Kindly Beast, and just say thanks for including me in your game, guys. That was the second sort of big thing that happened game-wise in 2019 outside of YouTube. And then finally, guys, in 2019, of course, I went to Disney in May, as I've mentioned earlier, went over to Florida. That was a great experience for me outside of YouTube, just to get sort of away from work for a little while and spend some time with my girlfriend and, you know, just be abroad for a bit. That was awesome. Then of course I came back and I kind of worked really hard for the rest of the year. Sort of looking at buying a house, but that didn't happen this year. I'm hoping it happens in 2020. We're getting on that straight away to try and sort that out, because sort of things got in the way this year, and so I just decided I'm going to hold off on that. But now everything's good. We're going to be looking at the house next year, so that's another thing to look forward to in my personal life, but also it's quite a stressful time, of course. I want to say a big thank you to all of you guys for supporting the channel. You're the ones that help the channel grow. You're the reason that I can pay the bills, because of course, while you're not giving me money directly, you watch the videos, they have adverts on them, and those adverts support me financially. So I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that tunes in to watch the videos, and especially you guys who are watching this right now. It means you've listened to me ramble on throughout this whole video about what has happened to me in 2019. So you obviously watch because of me, not just because of the stuff I talk about, right? So massive thank you to you guys. Now, finally, guys, I do want to say one last thing. I may be putting out slightly less content the next few weeks because I'm going to be trying to sort out the house, as I mentioned earlier, and I feel a little bit burnt out on YouTube right now. So I might take a little break. If anybody's asking in the comments, if you've watched this video, why there aren't, you know, as many videos as usual, just direct them to this video or tell them he's just taking a short break because he feels a little bit burnt out. I will be back soon. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you'll get updates on Twitter. And to be honest, I am going to still be putting up videos, but probably just not as many as usual. When we go into 2020, I want to make sure that I don't get burnt out straight away. And I know there are going to be periods where I'm making a ton of videos, like the new Bendy game, the new Dark Deception, the new FNAF. Those periods are going to be like so crammed with new videos. So in the periods where it's a little bit quieter, I want to actually play through some of these games that I'm going to be covering, like We Happy Few, Fallout, Bioshock, play back through those, you know, get used to them again, and then once I've sort of got acquainted again with those games, I will come back with videos on each of them. So in 2020, I am going to be making more of an effort to have an even higher quality standard for each video I'm making, where possible. If I'm really busy and I've just got to get a video out there, then it might not be so easy, but where possible, I'm going to really try and work on making these videos just come to life with higher production qualities and everything like that. And then also, guys, in 2020, I think I really need, outside of getting the house, which is a big commitment, and outside of, you know, trying different games on my YouTube channel, I also really want to try and get my own game sort of made. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I started making a game this year. I didn't get too far with it. I sort of developed the basic code to run the game. I could move about, you know, I made a test environment to test out various things in, and I'm probably playing a little clip now or something to show you like what it was like. But I've got the basic mechanics down. I went to actually start building the game, and I just got overwhelmed with how difficult it is to actually build a game. But in 2020, I think I want to return to that in my free time, and I want to really put the effort in to try and make a game by the end of 2020 and get a demo out to you guys. But first of all, we've got to get the game made and into you guys' hands so that you can try it out. Now, I have got an idea for a game that I think is going to be really good and really fun and works well as an episodic release. I've written a basic script for it. I just really want to make sure that I get the art direction down and I get everything built how it needs to be built, you know? Like, making a game is not an easy thing. You need such a vision to pull it off, and even the worst games out there had a vision originally where the people involved thought it was going to turn out well, right? So I don't know if my game's going to actually turn out well, but I have the vision, and the vision seems like a game that could be good, right? So we're going to try and do that next year. I'm not going to go on about it and like posting stuff on social media. I did that this year because I was really happy with the early progress of it, and then I quickly realized that if you hit a brick wall, you suddenly get like, you feel this immense pressure. People are asking about it. So I just thought I'd announce it now, guys. It is going into proper production this year, my game. I will be trying to get out something for you guys, but I'm not going to start updating you on it until I know that I'm going to have regular updates to make. So that will be when I actually have a playable game sort of up and running. So don't like worry, you might not hear about this for another 6 months, but at some point this year you'll start getting updates on it, and I hope to get it out by the end of the year. Halloween would be ideal. If I could get a first chapter made for Halloween, that would be great. So I've got to learn how to code, I've got to do all this stuff, and then I'll bring you that game hopefully this year. But with that said, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up, so remember to leave a like down below, comment of course as well, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already to follow all my latest updates. Have a great New Year's Eve and a great New Year's Day, and I hope that everyone's 2020 is prosperous. With that said, guys, I'll be seeing you on the next video.